A very good evening to all our viewers out there. We are live here from the Royal College Sports Complex, the indoor basketball arena, for yet another interesting final of this B Division men's in the 33rd MSBA Men's Basketball League. Both these teams were unbeaten, if I have not missed. In the previous games, HNB did lose to the CDB, and but it will be an interesting game today. And joining with me in the com box will be Anushka. Good evening, Anushka.
Good evening. Thank you very much. It is definitely going to be an interesting match today. Past encounters aside, CDB having the upper hand right now, though they had the convincing victory over HNB in the last game. But, you know, it's the finals. You know, it's a new day, fresh legs, fresh day, fresh mindset. So everyone is ready to play the game. It will definitely be an intense game, I'm pretty sure of it. The crowd is pouring in. Teams are just about to get ready to warm up. The officials are getting ready. So I think we're about to have a very good 40 minutes of play.
Definitely, Anushka. CDB, they were the runners-up in the B Division last year, and comes in upper hand and with a lot of young blood, and it's going to be an interesting game, definitely. So stay tuned with us as we'll be heading to a commercial break. This all-important final will be starting in a few minutes.
Dialog television සමගින් අනාගතය අත්විඳින්න. පහසුවෙන් රිවයින් කරන්න. Upgrade from Dialog ViU අත්දැකීම ඔබත් අත්විඳින්න. Dialog ViU Plus. හෙට දවසේ තාක්ෂණයෙන් බලගන්න ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 රසාස්වාදය. Dialog television සමගින් අනාගතය අත්විඳින්න. This movies සහ video on demand. mobile එකෙන් TV බලන්න. Upgrade from Dialog ViU අත්දැකීම ඔබත් අත්විඳින්න. Dialog ViU Plus. හෙට දවසේ තාක්ෂණයෙන් බලගන්න ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 රසාස්වාදය.
සංගලර කරන්න මේ ලෝකෙ කවුරුත් කාවෙනුවෙන්වත් ඉපදෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක වෙන්නේ ජීවත් වෙන විදියෙන් තමයි.
ඔයගේ හෘද සාක්ෂියක් ගරු කරන්න කියලා මම කාල වේලාවක් දෙන්න.
කාලයට මේ අමිහිරි අතීතය වලලන්නට නොහැකි වුණු බව මට දැන් වැටහෙයි.
හීනයක්?
අම්මාවේ මන් දැකපු හීන හින්දාද?
අනේ ඔයාගේ හීන.
මොකද්ද ඔයාගේ නම?
රවිනාත්.
ඔව්
රවිනාත් කැකුලාවල.
දැක බල්ලා.
පාදුරක් ගාවදී කකුල උඩ ගිය ගමම්ම බල්ලා කවුද කියලා ඕනම කෙනෙක්ට තේරෙනවා.
අනේ මන්ද. මට වාගේ මූණ බලාගෙන බෑ කියන්නත් බෑ රවි.
මට මතක මගේ ෆස්ට් නයිට් එකේ ඉඳන් විතරයි. පුතාට හිටිය ගමන් කවදා හරි කියලා තියනවද බීච් යන් කියලා?
Let's go to the beach. මේ ලෝකෙ කවුරුත් කාවෙනුවෙන්වත් ඉපදෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක වෙන්නේ ජීවත් වෙන විදියෙන් තමයි.
කොයි වෙලාවෙත් කෝටුව අතේ.
තාත්තලා දරුවන්ට ගොඩාක් ආදරේ. එයාලගේ පණ තමයි දරුවෝ.
අපේ ජීවිතේ පළමුවැනි වීරයාගේ කතාව. තාත්තා ප්‍රසාද් සමරතුංගගේ දෙවැනි සිනමා නිර්මාණය.
එන සංගලර කරන්න. උඹටත් ස්පොන්සර් කෙනෙක් හොයාගත්තා නම් උඹටත් ගොඩ යන්න තිබ්බා.
අන්ද උනාට මුෂාන්තුරෙක් කියලා කියන්න බෑ.
මේ වැඩේ හරියන්නේ නැහැ මේක කරන්න එපා.
බලක් කී දෙනෙක් මේ ආවද?
நீ பண்ணியா இல்லையான்னு நான் சொல்றேன்.
එකම සීනයක් හඹා යන තරුණයන් දෙදෙනෙක් විඳින විඳවන ජීවිතවල ඇතුළාන්තය ප්‍රේමී සදාතනික බැඳීමෙන් ලංවන මනුෂ්‍යත්වයට එහා ගිය යූරෝ ඩොලර් තුන අතරමං වූ ජීවිත සුන්දර ඉතාලි සීනයක තනි කරන පාස්පෝට් ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් ViU Mini ViU Hub හා ViU App තුලින් නරඹන්න.
அது எப்படி உன் ஜூரிஸ்டிக்ஷன்ல உன் விரோதக்காரங்க மட்டும் சாகுறாங்க.
உங்களுக்கும் இந்த கொலைக்கு சம்பந்தம் இருக்கா? நீங்க என்ன கதை வேணா எழுதிக்கோ. நடந்தது என்னன்னு நான் கண்டுபிடிக்கிற வரைக்கும்.
நான் யாரையும் கொலை பண்ணலமா கொலை பண்ண.
கைதிலே சிறந்த கைதி நான்.
For the first time on Sri Lankan TV, Dialog Television brings you Lionsgate Play.
Stay with me? Oh,
Enjoy this.
We're gonna have a great time.
All right. Now available free of charge to all Dialog ViU Hub and ViU Mini postpaid customers. To access, simply go to the home screen on your Dialog ViU and go to Movies and select Lionsgate Play.
It's going to be the first boundary and it's 6.
A new battle ignites in New Zealand as the Kiwis welcome the men from the Caribbean. West Indies tour of New Zealand. 5 T20Is. Watch live.
කතුරු මිතුරු
මොකටද දීවේ?
පිටේ කුණු ඇතුළුවා කියලා.
දැන් ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් ViU Mini ViU Hub හා ViU App තුලින් ඔබේ සිනහවට වග කියනු නොලැබේ.
Commander John Cena කට්ටක.
They bowled really well here watching in Sri Lanka on ThePapare or Dialog TV.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare. ඔයාගේ කැමතිම ප්‍රෝග්‍රම්ස් මිස් කරගන්න නැතුව ViU Plus app එකෙන් කිසිදු මාසික ගාස්වක් නැතුව නිදහසේ බලන්න. ViU Plus app එක ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කර Dialog Television සම්බන්ධතාවය ඇඩ් කරන්න.
අනේ මාත්‍යෝ මේ මට ඔය ඩීල් වලින් නම් වැඩක් නැහැ. මට කරදරයක් නම් කරන්න එපා.
Experience the future with Dialog Television. Best of local and international content. Thousands of videos on demand. Seamless rewind. Remoteless control on your mobile. Continue watching on the go. Your Dialog ViU experience is now upgraded. Dialog ViU Plus, tomorrow's entertainment today.
මේ තොත්ත බබා වෙන්න එපා තේරුණාද?
පොත පටගෙන එයා මාව අල්ලන්න යන්නේ. එයා මාව ගෙනියයි.
මං කවදාවත් හිතුවේ නෑ මන්දි මට මෙහෙම දෙයක් කරයි කියලා.
සූදානම් වන්න ශ්‍රී ලංකා කණ්ඩායමේ පාකිස්තානු සංචාරය 2025 දැන් ඔබ අභියස නොවැම්බර් 11 වෙනිදා සිට 15 වෙනිදා දක්වා එක් දින තරඟ 3ක උණුසුම අත්විඳ ගන්න. ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් නාලිකාංක 62 ThePapare 1 සහ නාලිකාංක 126 ThePapare 1 HD ඔස්සේ සජීවීව ThePapare සහ ඩයලොග් TV සමග එකතු වන්න. උද්‍යෝගය සජීවීව අත්විඳින්න.
ඔයාගේ කැමතිම ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම්ස් මිස් වුණාද? ඩයලොග් ViU App එකෙන් රිවයින්ඩ් නැත්නම් කැච් අප් කරලා ඕනම වෙලාවක බලන්න. පැය දෙකක් දක්වා රිවයින්ඩ් කරන්නත්, දවස් 3ක් දක්වා ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම්ස් කැච් අප් කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. ඔයාගේ කැමතිම ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම්ස් මිස් කරගන්න නැතුව ViU App එකෙන් කිසිදු මාසික ගාස්ුවක් නැතුව නිදහසේ බලන්න. ViU App එක ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කර ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් සම්බන්ධතාවය ඇඩ් කරන්න. Dialog Television, Sri Lankaවේ අංක 1 ටෙලිවිෂන් රසාස්වාදය.
පිටිපන්දුවට ඉහළින් හර ස්ථානගත කිරීම ThePapare on Dialog TV.
ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare.
That's going to be the first boundary, and it's 6.
A new battle ignites in New Zealand as the Kiwis welcome the men from the Caribbean.
So we are back live of the 33rd MSBA Mercantile Basketball League 2025. The B Division Finals is all set for the proceeding of the game. HNB taking on CDB, Hassan National Bank versus Central Development Bank. Two supreme teams. These two teams did meet in the league round, and CDB was able to manage to get the victory, and that was in a score of 66 points to 49 points. Kind of a convincing victory for CDB, but you never know, it's a final. Both teams will play their hearts out.
It is a gloomy and cold Friday night in Colombo, but things getting heated up here at the Royal College Sports Complex for the B Division Men's Finals between HNB and CDB. CDB being the unbeaten team, HNB having lost only one, and that to CDB. And we have the tip-off right now with Amila Ratnayaka. Quick pass to Derifa for the first points of the game. HNB up 2-0. Kevin with the ball. Kicks us out to the captain Suraj. Suraj to Dilshan. Excellent scorer. Dribbles up, fakes and shoots. Couldn't get to go. Well rebounded by Sakindu. Under pressure, HNB. And turns it over. With me, Mikamba Janadu. As we see Dilshan going for the first 3-point attempt of the game. Rebounded by Osunda. How do you think the game is going to go by today?
Well, definitely it's going to be an interesting game, Anushka. HNB off to a good start. Jennifer Marsing opening the score for HNB. And meanwhile looking solid, and here's a 3-point attempt.
By Rashan Ruanga. Charging an offensive foul by Kevin. Taken well by the captain Amila Ratnayaka. A seasoned campaign in the mercantile circuit. Been with HNB for about a good 10 years right now.
Yes, definitely. So this HNB team comes with a lot of experience and also young blood. So I feel like it's a good combination. We can definitely use it as a strength.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, with the likes of Derifa and Sandun, Sandun, Chiran, Masita bring a lot of energy into the team while using the experience of Sakindu, Rashan and Amila. I mean, Sakindu was the player of the game in 4 of the games. I mean, that's all the games they won. He was the player of the game, averaging 16 points a game, having scored 85 points throughout the league. There we see Sandun fakes, shoots. Rashan imposing presence. Suraj draws a foul.
CDB yet to open their score. The Suraj, the skipper, gets a screen, drives through. That's a lovely shot. They open the score, I just mentioned. And it's 2-all.
Yes, ball back to Sakindu. Amila kicks it out to Sandun. Drives baseline. Sakindu ends up with the ball, shoots 3-pointer. No good. Dilshan with the rebound. Osunda, another very experienced player in Sri Lankan basketball circuit. Very good shot there. Well defended by Deriva. Product of St. Joseph's College. Been with HNB team for a while now. So the last time these two teams met up was in the group stages. At that time, CDB having the upper hand, 49-66. That's how the game ended. The team HNB, it was Derifa scoring 14 and Kanishka with another 11. So in that game, Sakindu was kept under check by the CDB team. But for Team CDB, Osunda 21 points, Kevin another 20, Dilshan with a nice 8 points there. So a lot of scoring being shared amongst in both teams. Good shot by Derifa, but I think we're going to stop the play for a bit of for an injury timeout, I guess. That's Kevin who's on the floor. Early on in the match, we really don't want to see this kind of injuries. We hope it's not permanent. Let's hope it is temporary, and he'll be able to get back on the game pretty soon.
Yes, definitely. It's an all-important final as well. And you wouldn't want to leave the court. Hope it's nothing serious. Yes, he's on his feet. And the crowd applauding him. He'll have a rest. Probably he'll have a rest and come back.
He's going to be a very important player for CDB going forward in this match. Well experienced. And an excellent scorer when he needs to be as well. Good 3-point shooter.
He has been replaced by Seni Chandrasena. Or rather, Malchan Rumais. Five points to 2. CDB taking in charge of the lead.
Yes, early lead. I mean, it's just 3-point, just 3 minutes on the game. So we'll just leave it to the floor of the game to take things over. Dilshan Shooting against Rashan. Well rebounded by Sondon. And we see Kanishka on the court. So interesting fact, Kanishka and Sakindu have already had 2 championships under their belt for this Mercantile League. Not as players but as coaches. They led the Team Dallas and Team TWC to the championships in their respective divisions. So 2 very different aspects of them, coaches, and right now you see them playing in the big divisions. They're a very dynamic duo, if I might say so.
There's definitely pretty much that experience. I'm pretty sure these youngsters in the HNB team, it's a privilege for them as well to play alongside with these experienced men. And hopefully, if they win today, 3 championships under their belt, or rather name.
Alshan misses the first one. So just in case if you have any questions about who I'm going to support for this match, I know as a commentary we had to be impartial, but I have played with the HNB team for a good 7-8 years. So going to apologize in advance to anyone who's listening in for any bias towards HNB, but old habits and old teammates, the love for the brand, the love for my teammates is still there. Belfer with the rebound. Kanishka brings the ball up. A good solid build for him. Fakes, drives against Osunda, shoots, couldn't get it to go.
That was a fancy pass, but no support involved, and the referee has called it as an offensive foul on Osunda. Good work by him, but not the type of holding.
Still not a lot of scoring being done. Half of the quarter gone, still 5-2. Sandu looking to score, jumps, kicks it out to Kanishka, fakes, draws the foul from Osunda.
Here's Sagindu asking for a screen. Tom Jerifa drives in on his own, and good tap there by the number 9, Dilshan Fernando.
And we see Osunda being subbed out. Senate coming into the game. A very athletic young man. Kanishka with the quick shot. Couldn't get it to go. Baushan kicks it out. Senate to Dilshan. Sets himself, shoots. Misses. HNB with the ball. Sakidu brings it up court. Surveys back to Kanishka. Left wide open. Couldn't capitalize. Rashan Ruanga. Blocked by Milan Chaturanga. Suraj once again to Dilshan. Fakes. Drives. Couldn't convert. A bit of ping pong battle happening right here. No team being able to score 5 points to a very low scoring first quarter. 6 minutes gone. A lot of attempts though, but no make so far. Suraj. And just like that, when I say no makes, Sakinu with a chance for the N1. If HNB does pull this off, I think he has a very good chance of being named the MVP for this tournament. 85 points and 4 Player of the Game awards.
Yes, definitely, Anushka. He has been tremendous throughout this tournament. Once again, scoring important 2 points at a critical stage.
Commentators curse, missing the
Yes, Suraj driving in, Gives it to Dilshan.
Another three-point attempt by Dilshan. Kanishka with the ball. Seven points to both teams. A bit of erratic play there. Finally, we can see some scoring going on. Suraj kicks it back out to Asanda. The point guard calling for a screen. Opposite pass, kicks it out to Dilshan. Left open, shoots. Well defended, and HNB with the ball.
This time, Sakindu looking for options. Drives in, decides to go on his own, and hits through. Another 2 points to HNB.
9 points to 7. Just under 2 minutes left on the quarter. Things are right now looking to heat up. Finally, we get to see some energy in the game. Dilshan backing down Masita. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded by Milan and scores. The little reverse layup there coming up good for Team CDB. Kanishka Vishwanath calling for the screen. Mid-range jumper. No good. Rebounded by the captain, Suraj. Kicks this out to Osanda. Suraj. Quick lane to Dilshan. Shoots. No good. HNB looking to counter. With Kanishka. Backing down on the smaller Senate. Turnaround jumper. And that is good. Showing the young one how it's done. 11 points to 9. HNB with the slimmest of margins. 45 seconds left on the clock. Osanda drives. Couldn't get it to go. Sakindu Vikramanayaka. Left all alone. Suraj for the three-pointer. Rattles it in, rattles it home. 12 points to 11. 20 seconds left on the clock. This should be the last play for the quarter. Ball with Kanishka. Shot clock is off. Going against Dilshan. Lays it off to Sakindu. Surveys. And fouled by Suraj, the captain. Unnecessary on that occasion.
Definitely very unnecessary there. Just 3 seconds left in the clock as well for the conclusion of the first quarter. And just giving that the upper hand to HNB. And here's Sakindu. Missed his first free throw. Misses the first one as well.
Yes, a very silly foul, with team fouls on the line. I mean, if he was going to commit the foul, he should have committed it a lot earlier, giving CDB the chance to attack again. But 3 seconds left on the clock. I mean, not the smartest of foul by Suraj. But so far, no harm done. Wildly from the half. And 12 points to 11. That's how the quarter ends. How did it go? Give me your thoughts on this, Janadu.
Definitely, what an interesting quarter. 12 points to 11. CDB taking the upper hand, but not a big margin. And we saw how the intense both teams were playing, and definitely it's going to be an interesting final. 12 points to 11. CDB taking the upper hand.
Yes, Team CDB, 12 points to 11. First quarter, it was a slow start to begin the game. We had only 5 points on the board up until halfway of the first quarter, but things did start to pick up with both teams, finally entering the game, making attempt to make the shots and finally making those shots. So let's look for a better second quarter with a bit more intensity in offense and maybe on defense as well.
Yes, definitely. Both teams had their rhythm, had the ball play, had their plays. It's just a matter of not being able to finish the shots. But like Anushka mentioned, later on both teams picked up. They were slowly getting back to their rhythm. And I believe the second quarter is going to be even more interesting.
We're just about to start the second quarter. For those who are watching live at home, you are tuned into the Papare, Sri Lanka's leading sports channel. And you are watching the B Division Finals between Team CDB and HNB. An enthralling first quarter. Bit of a slow start, but intense nonetheless. 12 points to 11. CDB with the slimmest of leads right now. 1 point as we start the second quarter. Suraj, the captain. Guarded by Sakindu. To Dilshan. Back to Osanda. Drives. And foul. Draws a foul from the number 11, Amila. For his first foul. Inbound pass. Well drawn up. Osanda. Passes and cuts, basic fundamentals of basketball, as all coaches would say. Pass and cut. And that was a prime example. Unforced error that time by Amila. Ball back with CDB.
Yeah, Suraj once again driving on his own, draws the foul. Amila. Back-to-back fouls.
Yes, 2 fouls in quick succession. Trying to keep up with the young CDB legs there. To no avail. Kicks it out to the captain, Suraj, calling for the screen. Wild layup, well defended. Masita to Sakindu. He sets the ball, brings the ball up. Kicks it out to Amila. Guarded by Senate. Sakindu, quick three-pointer. It's good. 14 points apiece. Top scorer for HNB. Adding 3 more points to his count.
Well, it seems like the second quarter is going to be a better one, Anushka. A good start. Not the type of start that was there in the first quarter. And yes, it's rebounded by HNB. Very unfortunate there. And yes, Dilshan again. Goes for the shot. Misses it. Bounces back to Milan. Here's Suraj with the 3. Finds nowhere.
Way off in that occasion. A good bit of defense from Team HNB. That's what they would need more from this quarter and throughout the game if they are to have any hope of containing the CDB team. An explosive young team in white right now. Sakindu pushes the ball down to the post. Good strong move by Masita. Gets his own rebound and commits the cardinal sin of a bad pass. Senate drives in, kicks it out to Dilshan. Goes in for the softy layup. Didn't pass up on the long two.
Kind of a costly error there by Masita. Passing it to the member from the other team. And that cost them 2 points. And here's Amila going for a 3. Doesn't find it. And here's Osunda once again driving hard. Well, he's not happy. Sakindu to Masita. Once again, Sakindu looking for options. Slowly feeding in. Lovely shot there. Definitely, he's on a heat.
Good strong move by Sakindu there. Osunda kicking it back out to Dilshan. Fakes the pass, takes a shot, rims out. Good hustle by Osunda. Osunda fakes, drives, and shoots, and is called for the foul. The foul is on the captain, number 11. I think that would be his third foul for the quarter. Second foul. Senate drives in to Milan, steps out of bounds. Now call for the travel. Good bit of defense from Team HNB.
Once again, Amila, the skipper, brings the ball forward. Bit of an unfortunate error there by Milan for CDB. Yes, Sakidu has been brilliant.
We see Sanduru on the court. Rashan, good strong post move. Couldn't get it to go. Osunda bringing the ball up court. Playing against Shannon. Cross court pass to Dilshan. Mid-range jumper. Good attempt by Senit there. Couldn't get it to go. A lot of contact there. Elbow's been flared. Sakindu. Straight jumper. No good. Ball with CDB. So far, we haven't seen a lot of smooth play in this match. CDB, a bit more of an offensive powerhouse in the previous games. Why do you think that is, John?
Well, definitely, I think it's that pressure. Well, if you look at the previous game between CDB and HNB, CDB had a convincing victory. And when it comes down to this all-important final, both teams come with a little bit of pressure as well. And it's been a low-scoring. Seems to me this will end in a low-scoring game, Anushka. Not much to talk about when it comes to the points. And here's Milan. Goes for the attempt. Misses it. Goes for a long pass to Sakindu. And that will equal the score. 18 all. Lovely work there. Lovely game awareness.
Yes, I think the low scoring is a bit due to both teams increasing their defensive pressure in this game. Plus it being a final, a lot more at stake than a regular group game. Bit of technical difficulty. Power. Bit of a technical difficulty. But bit of just under 4 minutes, just under 5 minutes to go, 18 points apiece. Both teams leaving nothing left. 18 points apiece. I think Kevin stepped on the power line over there. I mean, it's still there, but I think it's smart to just move away from that. We don't want a repeat offender. He's a bit off camera, but I can see Kevin is still nursing that shoulder. Seems to have taken a very hard hit. So hopefully he's able to recover and come back. Because I think Team CDB do need him on the court. He seems to be the main engine. Their main point guard. Dilshan kicks it back to Suraj. Suraj guarded by Sakindu. Kicks it back to Osunda. Looks. And shoots. No good. But Milan comes up with the ball. Osunda to Dilshan. Once again comes up short.
Well, a lot of attempts on 3 points and all falling short. Yes, Hassan. Rebounded by Dilshan. Skipper Suraj. Drives in and sends it out again to Milan. Here's Osunda. A lovely bounce pass to Milan. Once again, brings it out. Calling for the screen desperately. Drives on his own and I'm not sure what the call was.
I think it was for that drag on the arm by Amila. So that's his third foul. And Coach Anton calls for the timeout. Just to give his players a little bit of rest to get the thoughts going on. 18 points apiece. We haven't seen a lot of free flow in this game. Not a lot of offense, a lot of defense and a lot of misses. So maybe that's what the timeout was all about. For the coach to rally his team together, get the offense sorted out and get the scoring machine going on.
Well, yes, definitely a kind of a different final this time, Anushka. We saw a lot of high-scoring games. We were here out there for a few finals and most of them were high-scoring finals. But this game has been more into defense. Both teams putting a valuable effort.
Yes, I mean, looking at the scores, CDB, 69 points, 94 points, another 66 points, 75, 74. They've all been high-scoring games. But at this rate, I don't think, we expect them to score any more than 50 in this game. But, still a lot of time on the clock, a lot of time for the players to get ready. Heat checks can happen. And we know we got a lot of shooters in Team CDB. And there we go, just one right there. Rims out. Kanishka to Sakindu. Back to Kanishka. To Rashan. To Kanishka calling for the screen. Drives against three. Wayward pass. Well intercepted by the referee. Malshan brings the ball in.
Malshan attempts for the three and is through. Malshan Rumais. Welcome back. Starts with the three. 21 points to 18. Yes, Jerry Famara Singer using that height and his physicality. Very unfortunate there. That will be CDB ball. A bit of a change in the balls as well. Once again, Malshan. Once again, driving through. Shows, wow, what a beautiful shot. Malshan is on a heat here and timeout called by the CDB.
Back-to-back points. 5 points by Malshan, causing Team HNB to call for that timeout. 18 points to 23. Will Team CDB look to break through? Push through this lead?
Well, definitely if they are to, I think this is the right time. This game was more likely always on tie, and this time CDB taking a lead of 5 points. And I think if they can continue this, that will be a big advantage for them coming to the second half.
Yes, I mean, for Team HNB, I think, it was just basic defense that they lacked in that situation. First three-pointer, they left the man wide open, didn't come up close. He attempted a three. I mean, Team HNB knows that these guys are shooters. They're good shooters. You can't leave them open. And the second layup, you can't just let the man blow by you, especially in a finals when a lot is at stake. So let's hope HNB gets their defense in order, comes back with fresh minds, fresh legs, and a good plan.
Definitely 2.5 minutes for the end of this second quarter and for the players to go into lemons. Yes, Kanishka calls up for a screen. Malshan, lovely defensive work there, putting their pressure. Attempts for a shot, but almost close. And here's Osanda. Can they extend their lead? Drives on his own, and that's through. Brilliant work there. Fast pace. Makes it 25 points. And HNB slightly under pressure. Kanishka going for a three. Very unfortunate for Malshan there.
Got outdone by the strength of the big man over there. Need to be a bit more alert. A lot of pressure applied by Team CDB there. And comes up with the turnover. Back of the head. All friends on court right now.
A bit of a friendly banter. And here's Malshan once again.
Kicks it out Osanda. Shoots. Comes up short. Good rebound by Derifa. Big strong lad. Needs to impose himself in this game. Double teamed. Rashan goes to the rim. Well intercepted by Kanishka. Definitely stopped 2 points. Sandaru. Quick pass down under. Rashan under pressure. Suraj comes up with the steal. Suraj drives in and scores 27-18. 1 minute left on the clock.
Well. Slowly the lead is extending. CDB suddenly into a roller coaster. HNB not being able to get into score on the opportunity. Yes, Derifa Marasinghe attempts but misses it. And here's Osanda again. Here's his Malshan on his side and 11 points margin.
Yes, that's a scoring run by CDB. Running away with it at the end of the second quarter. 30 seconds left on the clock. Sakindu trying to get some sanity into this game. Skips the man, shoots. No rim. Kanishka with the easy rebound on that occasion. 20 seconds. 20 points to 29. Team CDB leads. And ball tapped out of bounds by Rashan. Final timeout call by HNB. But that 13 seconds left on the clock. Timeout called by HNB. Ball with CDB. I mean, not the best timeout, if I might say so, because it gives Team CDB to plan their offense, have a set play, and get a good shot in, whereas, rather than running a free play. So, I mean, I'm not a coach, but, I guess it's more to set the defense in this occasion.
Definitely, I think they're 9 points behind, and suddenly CDB was on a scoring roller coaster, and HNB might want to go strongly into the second half, and their coach might be wanting to advise on some defense plan. And certainly CDB will also come back with a plan. Either attempt for a 3-point or just drive in, just get that 2 points. Just 13 seconds left in the clock.
13.4 to be exact. Ball out of bounds for CDB. Suraj steps, shoots, couldn't get it to go. Big strong rebound by Derifa. Sakidu well guarded to Kanishka, shoots and rims out. 29 points to 20 at the end of the second quarter. A good strong finish by Team CDB. As they walk into the half, Team CDB coming out on top in this half. But still a lot to play for Team HNB.
Well, yes, at the point, both teams were scoring at a piece. And suddenly, CDB taking the upper hand, using that face, their experience, and the skill. Malshan Rumesh, the game changer in the second quarter, helping CDB extend their lead. And they will head into the halftime, 29 points to 20. CDB taking the upper hand.
Yes, it's still a bit of a struggle. But Team HNB looks to come from behind and take the championship. But we're going for a small break and we'll be back with more of this B Division finals between HNB and CDB. Stay tuned.
It's going to be the first boundary, and it's 6.
A new battle ignites in New Zealand as the Kiwis welcome the men from the Caribbean. Can the Windies' firepower silence the Kiwi fortress?
That is magnificent.
Or will Santner's men rule the nights at home? West Indies tour of New Zealand, 5 T20Is. Watch live.
පාරේ යනකොට ඔය ටික අවධානයෙන් යන්න බලන්න. නැත්තම් පාරේ යන වාහනයක් ඕගලන් අරගෙන එන්න. වෙද මහත්තයා.
මොකද?
මේ ධර්මපාල මන්ත්‍රීතුමා ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නවා එළියේ.
ලස්සනම ගැන යන සුන්දර කවියට
ඉතින් සාක්‍යයක් එක්කම පොලිසියට අල්ලලා දුන්නා නම් හරිනේ මන්ත්‍රීතුමා.
මගේ පුතා මට කතා කරනවා වගේ වුණා මහත්තයා.
එයාගේ පුතා මැරිලානේ කල්ලා මහත්තයා.
ඒ කොහමද?
ඔය කාමරේම ඉන්නල තමයි මැරුණේ.
මට යන්නම් කියලා ඇත්තට හැද්දී මට ගොඩක් බයයි. ලස්සනම ගැන යන සුන්දර කවියට ආසමම කීවතාලට නැම.
Get ready, cricket fans! The thrill of international cricket returns as Sri Lanka tours Pakistan for an exciting 3-match ODI series. Mark your calendars for November 11th, 13th and 15th at the iconic Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium. Watch every moment live on the Papare 1 and the Papare 1 HD. Exclusively available on Dialog Television, channel number 62 and 126. Tune in, cheer loud, and experience the excitement live with the Papare and Dialog Television.
Dialog Television සමගින් අනාගතය අත්විඳින්න. දහසකටත් වඩා වැඩි this with movies සහ video on demand. පහසුවෙන් rewind කරන්න. මොබයිල් එකෙන් control කරන්න. යන එන ගමන් මොබයිල් එකෙන් TV බලන්න. Upgrade වුණු Dialog ViU අත්දැකීම ඔබත් අත්විඳින්න. Dialog ViU Plus හෙට දවසේ තාක්ෂණයෙන් බලගන්වන ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 රසාස්වාදය.
Dialog Television එක රීලෝඩ් එකෙන් පවුලටම හිතේ හැටියට TV බලන්න රුපියල් 798කට අලුත්ම සුපිරි රීලෝඩ් ප්ලෑන් එකක්. දැනුම ගෙනෙන අධ්‍යාපනික channel 18ක්. පොඩ්ඩන් වෙනුවෙන්ම channel 8ක්. දේශීය රසවින්දනය ගෙනෙන channel 22ක්. විනෝදාස්වාදය පිරි විදේශ channel රසක් සමග channel 80කටත් වඩා. ඇක්ටිවේට් කිරීම රීලෝඩ් සහ My Dialog app මගින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ටෙලිවිෂන් රසාස්වාදය. Dialog Television.
Dialog Television සමගින් අනාගතය අත්විඳින්න. පහසුවෙන් rewind කරන්න. මොබයිල් එකෙන් control කරන්න. Upgrade වුණු Dialog ViU අත්දැකීම ඔබත් අත්විඳින්න. Dialog ViU Plus හෙට දවසේ තාක්ෂණයෙන් බලගන්වන ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 රසාස්වාදය. Dialog Television සමගින් අනාගතය අත්විඳින්න. This with movies සහ video on demand. මොබයිල් එකෙන් TV බලන්න. Upgrade වුණු Dialog ViU අත්දැකීම ඔබත් අත්විඳින්න. Dialog ViU Plus හෙට දවසේ තාක්ෂණයෙන් බලගන්වන ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 රසාස්වාදය.
එන සංගලර කරන්න.
මේ ලෝකෙ කවුරුත් කාවෙනුවෙන්වත් ඉපදෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක වෙන්නේ ජීවත් වෙන විදියෙන් තමයි.
ඔයගේ හෘද සාක්ෂියට ගරු කරන්න කියලා මම කාල වේලාවක් දෙන්න.
කාලයට මේ අමිහිරි අතීතය වලලන්නට නොහැකි වුණු බව මට දැන් වැටහෙයි.
හීනයක්?
අම්මාවේ මන් දැකපු හීන හින්දද?
අනේ ඔයාගේ හීන.
මොකද ඔයාගේ නම?
රවිනාත්.
ඔව් රවිනාත්
කැකුලාවල.
යකෝ බල්ලා.
පාතුරා ගාවදි කකුල උඩ ගිය ගමම්ම බල්ලා කවුද කියලා ඕනම කෙනෙක්ට තේරෙනවා.
අනේ මන්ද. මට වාගේ මූණ බලාගෙන බෑ කියන්නත් බෑ රවි.
මට මතක මගේ ෆස්ට් නයිට් එකේ ඉඳන් විතරයි. පුතාට හිටිය ගමන් කවදා හරි කියලා තියනවද බීච් යන් කියලා?
Let's go to the beach. මේ ලෝකෙ කවුරුත් කාවෙනුවෙන්වත් ඉපදෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක වෙන්නේ ජීවත් වෙන විදියෙන් තමයි.
කොයි වෙලාවෙත් කෝටුව අතේ. තාත්තලා දරුවන්ට ගොඩාක් ආදරේ. එයාලගේ පණ තමයි දරුවෝ.
අපේ ජීවිතයේ පළමුවැනි වීරයාගේ කතාව තාත්තා ප්‍රසාද් සමරතුංගගේ දෙවැනි සිනමා නිර්මාණය.
එන සංගලර කරන්න.
උඹටත් ස්පොන්සර් කෙනෙක් හොයාගත්තා නම් උඹටත් ගොඩ යන්න තිබ්බා.
අන්ද උනාට මුෂාන්තුරේ කියලා කියන්න බෑ.
මේ වැඩේ හරියන්නේ නැහැ මේ කරන්න එපා.
බලක් කී දෙනෙක් මේ ආවද?
நீ பண்ணியா இல்லையான்னு நான் சொல்றேன்.
එකම සිහිනයක් හඹා යන තරුණයන් දෙදෙනෙක් විඳින විඳවන ජීවිතවල ඇතුලාන්තය ප්‍රේමයේ සදාතනික බැඳීමෙන් ලංවන මනුෂ්‍යත්වයට එහා ගිය යූරෝ ඩොලර් 3 අතරමං වූ ජීවිත සුන්දර ඉතාලි සීනයක තනි කරන පාස්පෝර්ට්. ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් ViU Mini, ViU Hub හා ViU App තුලින් නරඹන්න.
Welcome back, sports fans. You are tuned in live to ThePapare, Sri Lanka's leading sports channel. HNB and CDB. Before we go any further, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. A low-scoring first half, 29 points to 20. It ended up Dilshan was one of the main aggressors for Team CDB, looking to score. Sandaru came off the bench. Amira and Sakindu, two wily characters, well experienced. Malsa with a burst of speed and some points on the board, well needed. And that's how it ended up, 29 points to 20. Team CDB having a small lead of just 9 points, 29 points to 20. And we're just about to get underway For Team CDB, Osanda, Suraj, Balshan, Milan and Dilshan. And for HNB, it's Amila, Sandun, Rashan, Derifer and Sakindu. And we are underway. Joining me in the comm box as we see an immediate turnover by HNB. Janidu, how do we see the second quarter, second half going to plan out for both teams?
Well, not the ideal start from HNB. Certainly offering the upper hand to CDB for a great start. And here's Dilshan. Osanda once again. Well, both teams not off to a great start in the second half. And here's Amila, the skipper. 3 fouls on him. He will have to play safe as well.
There's 2 unforced errors by both teams. Amila fakes, drives left, kicks it out to Sakindu, but another wayward pass. 2 consecutive turnovers. HNB cannot afford this. Left unchecked. Blocked by Sandaru. Great defense. Way to get down, young man. Derifer. Big body on the floor. Draws that foul from Osanda. I do think Derifer needs to assert himself in this game. He's the biggest man on the court by far.
Well, definitely he has the height. He has the physicality. He can play a huge role. Can get the upper hand of drawing fouls as well. Once again, Amila feeding into Derifer. Dribbles it, spins. Goes for the shot, but inches close. Very well blocked there by Amila, and that will be HNB ball.
There's a good bit of hustle by both players. A wayward elbow by Suraj on that occasion. There's no foul play. Just 2 athletes competing. Both going for the ball. 29 points to 20, it still is. Almost 2 minutes gone off the clock. Sakindu with the ball. Beautiful passing by HNB. Rashan, first points on the board. Did his education at Alithia College, Alithia International. Played his whole life playing mercantile basketball for HNB. Long 3 by Malshan. Amila. Long 3 by him. Pushed in the back.
Well, we spoke about Kevin during the halftime, Anushka. Him not being able to get onto the court. Feels like a big loss for CDB.
Yes, he definitely is a big loss to this team because he is someone who speeds up the game and puts a lot of intensity into CDB's play, as we see Osanda going for the 3. What CDB is lacking right now is the speed that they usually have. What Osanda does, what Kevin does is he brings the ball up quickly, has the defense unsettled. Right now, Osanda and Malshan brings the ball up a bit more slower than him. So it leaves the HNB defense a lot of time to get back and set themselves. And we have to understand that HNB is not the youngest teams out there. You know, you've got a lot of experienced players, a lot of mature legs. You know, I don't want to say old, but a lot of mature legs on them. So it takes a while for them to get back. But that's where Team CDB is missing Kevin a lot at this point. As you see right now, what I was just explaining, Malshan bringing the ball up very slowly.
Definitely that will play as a benefit for HNB. 29 points to 22. CDB draws a foul. And here's Osanda. Gives it to skipper Suraj. Drives towards the right side. Sends it to Dilshan. Dilshan. Once again, Osanda. This is good defense by HNB and blocked by Derifer. Brilliant work there. We just spoke about him, how important he is to this game. And here's Malshan. He has been brilliant so far. And that has been called as a foul.
Yes. As the shot clock violation warning went off, fouled, drew the foul, went to the free throw line. A good bit of play by Malshan. Short on that occasion. Free throws, a very important part of the game. A bit of a discussion going on. Osanda calling for a bit of calm and peace.
Lovely sportsmanship out there.
Yeah, still discussing it. Sakindu not agreeing with anything. But 7 points is the lead. Malshan, second free throw good. Make that 8 points. Osanda calling for defense. Hands up in the air. Kanishka with the ball. To Sandaru. Sandun. Turned over. Malshan. Don't know how that ended up in his hand, but Dilshan with the free throw. No good. Osanda, good hustle in the end. Another shot rims out. Team CDB not having the best shooting nights on the finals. Sandun Sudara goes by himself and draws a foul from the captain. Yes, the crew chief Christopher Karunasinghe not wanting any words by the players. Of course, a final, a lot of emotions. Bodies on the floor. Everyone diving for it. It's desperate times right now. A B Division finals, a lot to play for. Pride and glory.
Here's Malshan. A good bit of defense there by HNB, and Dilshan opts for the three, but once again ball in hand.
I would love to see the offensive rebound stats in this game. I think it would be heavily skewed towards CDB. Young legs putting in a lot of work on the boards. Sandaru draws a foul and goes for the 2 free throw attempts. As we see Shannon subbing in for Sandun for HNB. Osanda seems to be playing the role of a bit more of an explanatory role there to the HNB players. Sandaru makes the first one. Second free throw. 32-22. 10-point lead. First time the lead has gone to double digits.
Sakindu has been a bit silent in this quarter. Near Sandaru getting that rebound. Malshan. Milan slows it down. Malshan goes for 3.
Yes, Osanda, a lot of good hustle there on the boards, coming up with the ball. Suraj got it back. Sakindu drives in, kicks it out to Osanda. Easy put back. 12-point lead as CDB looks to draw away with the lead. What was once a very close game, up to 12 points. Rashan, baseline, kicks it back to Sakindu. Sakindu calls for the screen. Well defended by CDB. Steps through, blocked. And draws the foul. Derifa calling for the foul and calling for the timeout. Team HNB making the smart move, trying to stop the momentum from going CDB's way. Third quarter, CDB all the way through. Am I right on this occasion?
Yes, definitely. The first two quarters, both teams are going at a pace, and this time CDB taking the upper hand. And like you mentioned, a good timeout by HNB. They will have to settle a bit rather than letting CDB extend the lead and falling under pressure. It's 34 points to 22. 12 points margin. And HNB will have to put some extra hard yards to catch up the lead.
Yes, 12-point lead. Just under 5 minutes left on the third quarter. It's not a huge margin, 12 points. That's just 4 3-pointers or just 6 buckets. So it's just a matter of, pacing yourself out, getting a couple of turnovers, making those shots, and going one-on-one once again with the team. And then again, having a couple of turnovers. There's nothing to worry about at this situation for HNB. It's all about putting the experience to use and having a good head on your shoulders, And I think Sakindu, Kanishka, Amila, Rashan do have that experience to get this game going.
Definitely, their defense has been solid throughout the game. We saw how difficult it was for CDB to dominate, and just a matter of making those shots.
Yes, Malshan with the ball. Kicks it out to Sandaru. Drives in. Wayward pass. Ended up at Suraj's hands. Somehow ends up with the ball. HNB, good defense. Shannon drives in. Easy layup, should have converted without any issue. The number 18, David, fresh legs off the bench. A bit too much intensity in that occasion. Commits the foul. His first foul. But that means it's free throws for CDB. Sandaru, good shooter.
Yes, definitely. The shooting has been on point ever since he got into the court. Commentators curse, I suppose, this time misses it. And yes, David. A bit of a change in HNB's lineup.
HNB seems to have changed their approach in this quarter. Good shot by David. Just what the doctor ordered. Corner 3. Young man coming up to the game. Brings the lead back down to 10.
Well, it seems like he's here in the court to make a difference. The coach has definitely put him in. And here's Malshan with the 3, and Sakindu attempts to get the rebound, but I suppose it will be a CDB ball if I have not mistaken.
Also, they're getting a little bit touchy there. But they're all friends there. It's all for the game. Coach Chaitana putting on young legs for this quarter. Shannon, David, Chiran, Derifa. I'm not going to count Sakin into the young legs department, but that is an unnecessary foul. Young man needs to learn you can't flare out your elbows like that. It's part of the game now. It was allowed a couple of years back, but the rules have changed. Elbows cannot be flared out. That's going to be called an offensive foul any time.
There's definitely rules and regulations have been restricted. And here's Malshan driving hard, alone, only soon. My goodness, Malshan has played tremendous throughout this game.
Yes, a good burst of speed. Carved his way to the bucket with little to no resistance by the HNB defense. Sandaru catches a hand, call for the foul, and the team is in foul trouble for CDB as well. So next fouls will be free throws. Shannon stops, kicks out to David. Another three-point attempt. No good. Milan with the good rebound. Osanda kicks out to Malchan. Fakes, drives. Beautiful pass to Milan. And he scores. Lead back up. 14 points. Less than 3 to go.
Well, Malchan made a difference ever since he has stepped into the court. And he's continuing that momentum.
Sakindu drawing that foul. Sakindu seems to be the main line of offense for HNB. 85 points coming into this game. 4 Player of the Game awards. All the games that HNB has won, he has been the best player of this team. And it's no surprise that he's the main line of offense in the finals as well. But he needs a lot of support from his team players, his colleagues, his friends here. Derifer, I really do think he needs to step up in this game. A big body. He needs to crash those boards, get those rebounds, stop Dilshan. Not even Dilshan, it's Osanda who's getting most of the rebounds. So HNB needs to figure out how to stop those boys from crashing the boards.
Well, yeah, definitely, I agree. Derifer has been a bit silent in this game. He has more potential than that. 39 points to 26. Down to the final 2.5 minutes of this third quarter and goes for a 3. Good rebound there by Derifer. And lovely defensive work there by CDB as well. Here's Sakindu. Kanishki is back in the court. Shoots,
yes.
But
Kanishki using his size advantage against Sandaru. Well defended by Sakindu in that occasion. Caught the low pass. Got the ball up court. Kanishka gets called for the foul. Suraj commits. I'm a bit surprised that we haven't seen Masita on the court. He was there as a starter, if I'm not mistaken. Got subbed out, didn't come back in. He brings a lot of effort onto the court. A good explosive player with a good vertical. Exactly what Team HNB would need at this situation. So I think maybe the coach might be missing a trick there. But let's see what these young lads can do.
Yes, definitely. If we look at the past games, Masita has been brilliant for his team. And
yeah, he's one of the top scorers for this team. 19 points against Motorized in their win. Another 14 points in the semi-finals. So, as we see, CDB putting another bucket onto the board. 41 points to 28. Low scoring affair so far. Sakindu, straight away shoot. Comes up short. Milan to Malshan. Now see, this is where they miss Kevin. Kevin would have brought the ball up, started attacking immediately, but each to their own. Dilshan works the post. Beautiful attempt by Osanda. Exactly what I meant by stopping Osanda in the boards. Dilshan may be the big man, but Osanda seems to be the energetic rebounder.
Definitely, he goes up a lot when he jumps. Competes with Derifer, and this time Chirar makes it count for HNB. A bit of a welcome scoring.
Young man trying to hype up his team in the finals. Trying to get his team back to come down from 11 points. Osanda gets his own miss and loses it. Hustle time for CDB. 40 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter. Enough time to run two plays for HNB. Shannon to Kanishka. Kanishka fakes, drives, throws it up in the air. Ball with Sakindu. Step back. Shiran with the rebound and makes the shot. Young man. Bodies on the board. Consecutive buckets by Shiran Adigala. Chance for the three-point play. And to bring the lead back down to 10. And once again, fouled on the shot. HNB using these last 20 seconds to their fullest advantage. Free throws. They really do need to make these. Going into the fourth quarter, it would be a bit of a psychological advantage if they can bring the lead back down to single digits. Derifer, first attempt, good. 10-point differential. Second shot. It's good. Seven points it is. Going into the last 17 seconds. Malshan, Senate, Sandaru, Dilshan and Suraj. Clock winding down. Ball with Sandaru. 9 seconds. Sandaru had the rim to himself. Couldn't get it to finish. Kanishka. Time winding down. Shoots. And comes up short. Crowd goes wild. The shot doesn't count. 34 points to 41. An excellent finish to the quarter by HNB, coming up from behind to get the lead down to 7. We're in for a last quarter. We're in for a great last quarter if this goes wrong.
Well, yes, definitely. Like you mentioned, the lead, it's not a big deal to think about. It's just few three points here and there and getting those fouls and attempting with the 2 points. And HNB, a brilliant comeback by them. 41 points to 34. Now it's just a matter of 7 points deal, and this quarter is going down to the wire. An unexpected comeback from HNB. CDB definitely wouldn't have expected that, but now they will have to be aware. And here's a bit of highlights from that third quarter. Started off well. Malshan was brilliant throughout the quarter, and Sandaru, his replacement, did work out for CDB.
Yes, it was Team CDB through the middle stages of the quarter. They were on cruise control. David came and injected a lot of energy into the game. A lot of good passes by CDB, but here's where it all started going for HNB. The free throws. Those rebounds. Dilshan. And Shiran Atigala. 2 quick buckets. Consecutive points. Derifer rebounded, got foul, went to the stripe, made both free throws. And that's how the quarter ended. We are 3 quarters down. 10 minutes of game time to play. 41 to 34. B Division Championship on the line for these two teams. To anyone who's joining in now to Papare, you're tuned into Sri Lanka's leading sports channel. And you're watching the B Division finals between HNB and CDB on the 33rd run of the MSBA League. HNB, Sakindu, Kanishka, Shannon, Derifer and Chiran. For CDB, it's Malshan, Milan Osanda, Dilshan and Suraj.
Well, certainly HNB to start off with the banger. And here's Chiran. Gets the pass but misses it. And this time Dilshan manages to collect to it. And here's Milan. Drives on his own and lovely work there. Lovely work at a critical stage. It's really important for them to keep extending that lead.
Yes, easily does it. Played it slow, didn't rush that point. Fake and went up and under. Shannon to Kanishka. Fakes, drives left. Tipped out of bounds by Derifer. CDB comes up with the ball. 9-point lead as CDB looks to push it to double digits. Dilshan misses the easy basket and commits the foul. Frustration setting in. He hasn't had the best of shooting nights. Not a lot of his three-point attempts. Usually a very good shooter. Hasn't had luck from the three-point line. And in this occasion, the short-range jumper didn't work as well. But leaves HNB with a lot of chance. But counter-attack by CDB. The captain to Malchan. Well defended by HNB. Came back in numbers. And now we see Sakindu attacking. Mid-range jumper. Derifer. Strong rebound. Goes up and gets fouled. Back at the free throw line. A good bit of passage by HNB. Last couple of minutes, they've been excellent.
Well, definitely. We spoke about them playing in a slow pace, but this time they have played with a really fast pace and putting CDB under pressure and drawing fouls, and it's really, they're doing all the important factors here, and Derifer makes that free throw.
Yes, I've made it very clear. I am supporting HNB in this game. So, good shot by Derifer in that occasion. And let's see, second shot. Goes in. Good boy, makes it 36-43. Malchan brings the ball up. Guarded by Kanishka. The big wily old man. Sakindu. Well supported. Kicked it back to Osunda. Chiran stops. Mid-range jumper. Good shot by Osunda. Always been a good mid-range shooter. Hailing from goal. Sakindu. Baseline drive. Kicks it back to Kanishka. Drives left. Guarded by Suraj. Fakes. Shoots. And he gets it to go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game. 38-45.
Well, definitely this game's going down to the wire. You never know what's going to happen till the last second. And here's Suraj, the skipper. Haven't seen much from him in a while. And here's Milan with the 3-point. Finds the ring. This time sends it out to Osanda. They managed to rebound it. Very unfortunate there.
Osanda couldn't get it to go, but it's HNB's turn right now. Kanishka with the long range three. Good effort by Shannon. Couldn't collect the three-pointer. So beautifully done by the captain, Suraj. But Derifer seems to have caught an elbow to the face. He's down. 47-38. Not the highest scoring game, but not to say it hasn't been entertaining. Sometimes it's like a good test match. You might play on for 5 days, but a good Australia-England match always brings out the best.
It's a replay of that infringement, but not exactly sure what happened out there.
Derifer all smiles. Just tickled his nose there a bit. seems to be okay. He's a good strong lad there.
Definitely, those things can happen, Anushka, when it comes down to situations like this. Close game, both teams playing their hearts out, using their physicality as well. So those things can happen.
I mean, it's part of the game, physicality. Basketball is a contact sport, it's a physical sport. There's no time for, a little lazy plays in this game. But, Shannon, on the other hand, Darifer blocked everyone out really well. Shannon had the opportunity to score, but couldn't get it to go. So that's 2 points wasted. Blocked by Darifer. Great defense by the big man. Track him back. Yeah, it takes about 3 people to get him up. As hobbles away. Darifer. Still hobbling.
Here Suraj driving towards the right side. Couldn't make it. Good work there by Malshan. Good work. Both players down on the court. And I hope Malshan is okay as well. Amila was
Yes,
fallen straight into his back.
Yes, Malshan. Yes, shell-shocked, I'm pretty sure. Amila not the lightest player on the court. A sturdy fellow, a chunky fellow.
And more interestingly, Malshan did have an injury in his back a few years back. So
let's hope
no idea.
Yeah, let's hope that doesn't aggravate anything. Rashan, fadeaway jumper. Shannon, a lot of effort. No good in that occasion. Sandaru comes up gingerly with the ball. Dilshan backs his man down. Throws it up in the air. No good. Forced that shot on that occasion. Could have kicked the ball out. As we see Derifer taking a breather. Shiran Adigala back on court.
Well, I would love to see HNB back on the game like they did in the final few minutes in the third quarter. Lovely pass there, but passes to wrong person and Suraj misses it once again. And here's Amila with the 3. Good work there by Rashan.
Rashan Ruanga, right place, right time. And 2 points for HNB. Cuts the lead down to 7. Halfway through the quarter. 4 minutes, 54 seconds. Sandaru weaves in and out and gets called for the foul. Good bit of play by him. But an amazing play by Rashan, the number 9. We see Seneth clocking in for Dilshan.
Interesting call there.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Coach Anton willing to lose some size on the court. I mean, since Derifer is not there, I think they are letting him have a breather. Send it to Milan. Milan fakes, drives, shoots. No good. But fouled. The number 11 call for the push.
Once again, it's Amila. 4 fouls under him. And 4 minutes left.
Yes, he needs to be careful. An integral part of this team. Milan gets the first one to go. Number 9-4, area code, country code.
Good rebound there by Chiran. And here's Sakindu being a bit silent this quarter. So again,
It's good bit of hustle by Chiran. Impact player for HNB. We saw him scoring 2 consecutive buckets. And this time coming up with the rebound and the foul. And we see Derifer, big man, coming in for Rashan. And young David Formula. And Coach Anton calls for the timeout to negate these advances by the HNB team. .48 points to 40. 4 minutes and 26 seconds left. Interesting situation that we have here, you know. Both teams, it's hanging in the balance. Who has the upper hand right now? Any guesses?
Well, I feel like looking at the score, CDB has the upper hand, but you never know. HNB has come back to this game in a very drastic way, and you never know. They've shown some brilliant comeback in the third quarter, in the final few minutes of that third quarter as well. And I'm pretty sure the discussion is, it's just the final 4 minutes. Play your hearts out. Just give everything you got. And I'm sure they're going to play their hearts out, and they're going to play in a fast pace. And talking about their defense has been solid, and it's going to be tough for CDB. And if HNB can catch up this margin, definitely CDB will be under pressure. And just 4 minutes for all of this to happen.
Yeah, it's one of those uncomfortable leads right now, 8 points, because if HNB scores a 3, lead is down to 5, and it's, you know, it's neither here nor there. It's a very uncomfortable lead. I mean, CDB ideally would want to push it above 10. HNB would want to score, get a couple of points on the board. David, corner 3, no good, but young Sandun draws a foul. And that's a fourth team foul on Team CDB. And they're on the bonus line. Derifer, quick move, couldn't get it to go. Osunda.
Well, you have to make those count in this situation, Anushka. Not much time left. You've got to. That's very well blocked by Sakindu. Lovely defensive work there.
Milan. Sandaru. Couldn't get it to go. HNB with the ball. Chiran driving in. Kicks it out to David. Baseline jumper. Comes up short. Derifer. Good attempt. But no cookies on that. The number 15, Suraj. Lays it off to Sandaru. Sandaru behind the back pass to Milan. No good. Very static play by both teams. Shooting foul committed by the number 94. HNB are anyways on the bonus. Any fouls? 2 free throws. You can see Sakindu gasping for air.
And Anushka, critical 4 points missed by Derifer. I think at this stage, you have to make use of that. You have to make those count. The score would have been a lot more different if those two were in. Right now, Sakindu.
Yep, exactly what I was saying. This is an uncomfortable lead for CDB. You know, CDB. If Derifer made it, it would have been 42-48. If Sakindu made all two, 44-48. And it would have been just a two-possession game. So HNB needs to realize that every shot that they take right now is golden. As Kanishka is called for the foul before the shot, so side ball. So HNB needs to realize the importance of all the shots that they're taking. You know, this is a B Division final. This is the fourth quarter. There's 3 minutes left. The championship is on the line. You need to make good value for your shots. So Derifer putting in the right effort, but the final execution needs to be there. Well defended by Kanishka.
Yes, definitely, I agree with you. Not much time left, and they need to make sure that they make use of every opportunity they get. Yes, Dilshan back in court. Malshan uses his left hand, drives through. Good defense there by HNB. Here's an opportunity to cut down the deficit. Goes for a three, but doesn't find it. Once again, he was gonna attempt a three back to back, but finds nowhere in the ring this time. And here's Osanda.
Yes, good open shots. Good open shots in that occasion, but CDB, Osanda blocked. Good opportunity for HNB to cut down the lead, but the shot just didn't want to fall.
It would have been a lot more different if that 3-point was in.
Yeah, a whole different story. Osanda, jumper, no good. Nothing but air in that occasion. HNB ball. Stoppage time coming in, 2 minutes.
Final 2 minutes, anything can happen. Kanishka looking for options. Yes, Deriva once again to Kanishka. Sakindu goes for the three. Oh, very close.
Out. That was close. Rims out. Chance for CDB to set things up. Grab 2 points of their own. Offensive foul taken by Kanishka. I mean, you'd have to take real wide steps to avoid that man, but he uses his size to his advantage. Kanishka Vishwanath, number 5, drawing that foul, all-important foul. 97 seconds left on the clock. 6-point game. It's going down to the wire.
Definitely, Anushka, definitely. Anything can happen. And both these teams a lot under pressure. Down to the final 1.5 minutes.
Yes, you can see an experienced old player, Roshan Fernando. Buttons undone. Obviously cheering for his old team. HNB. Used to play with HNB back when I was there as well. So I think we're both on the same page, hoping for HNB win. But at the moment, it's CDB. $48 points to 42. CDB already in foul trouble. HNB, 3 team fouls. A young set of legs coming in. Shannon in for the quick rebounds. Derifa. Number 69, always nice. Sakindu. Good, strong screen. And he rattles it in. He rattles it in. 44 to 48. Pressure with CDB. Malshan. HNB faithful. Finding their voices. Oh, couldn't get it to go. Defended by HNB. Bankers to the nation, surging forward. That pass intercepted by Sandaru. And he makes it. Settles the scores. And another one, Sandaru. Pereira, the number 3-0, coming up clutch with 2 consecutive steals. And the foul.
Well, all drama here, Anushka, all drama.
Drama it is. HNB looked so set to take on CDB with that bucket by Sakindu. But Sandaru had other plans. A great defensive mindset on both occasions. Definitely leading his team out of trouble. 6-point cushion, 56 seconds left on the clock. It's CDB's game to lose now. HNB needs to put pressure on these boys if they need to have any chance. Wasting time would not do. Suraj. Rebounded by Chiran. Young minds, inexperience setting in. Good rebound by Chiran Artigala, but committed the sin of committing that foul. Yes, a moving screen, as you can see, illegal screen. He knew it the moment that the connection was made. 44-50, 6 points lead. Ball with CDB. Free throws. It's not looking good for the team in blue.
Well, definitely seems to be CDB might take this home. Just 28 seconds left. 6-point margin. And the foul out there, Anushka, that was really unnecessary. Shouldn't have let that happen.
Yes, it was a young man's foul. You know, as time will go on, he will learn probably his first mercantile. Young boys, they'll learn the game. They'll learn when to put those legs out, when not to commit those fouls, how to handle these situations. So it's a learning experience for all these players. So I'm just going to be quiet for a second. Let the crowd and sanity. CDB, 20 enough seconds left on the clock. Suraj. Sakindu needs to get the ball out. And they lost that. Malshan. 9-4, the area code, not Sri Lanka, it's Milan. And stolen by Osanda. And that just about sums it up. 52-44, 54-44. CDB coming up big in the last few minutes, last few seconds. 2 steals by Sandaru, another 2 steals by Milan, made a couple shots. Osanda with a good steal. Secures the championship for its CDB.
Well, definitely has all worked in favor of CDB at a needed stage. And it's just a matter of taking their championship home. And in my opinion, Malshan, Rumesh, Osanda and Suraj has been tremendous in this game. Not sure who can be awarded as the player of the game. Any thoughts, Anushka?
It's a very tight game, you know, low scoring, so scoring might not be the biggest factor in this one. I mean, if anything, I would have to say it has to be between Malshan and I might say Osanda because of the effort that he put in defense. But let's say, 11 seconds on the clock. Derifer. Yeah, not the best 3-point shooter. Kanishka. Rims out. Final rights being applied. Spare of thought for HNB. They played their best to get here. But second down the line, CDB, champions of B Division men's finals. They have emerged as champions, unbeaten throughout the tournament. And reigning champs, runners up in the last year's B Division finals. They lost to David Pires. They went home, gathered their thoughts, gathered their teammates, and came back even stronger. 54 points to 44, beating HNB twice in this tournament to come up the unbeaten champs in the 33rd Mercantile Services Basketball League B Division Finals. And we see the players congratulating each other. I'm sure the HNB boys would be a bit disappointed at how the game ended. They came ever so close. They were within about 5 or 6 points. But there we go. That's the final score, 54 to 44. A hard-fought game. Not the highest scoring match, but a lot of effort in this game by both teams. Milan, Derifa came into play when the team needed his most. He showed up. Osanda, a quiet achiever in this match. A lot of defensive hustle by him, a lot of offensive rebounds. Milan Chaturanga, another quiet achiever. Stuck into played well throughout the game, throughout the season. Continued his merry way, but just couldn't get it to go. Santanu Pereira, when the game was getting tight, he made those crucial steals, and then Osanda followed it up with the clincher. And that's it for the game. The 33rd Mercantile Service Basketball League Finals of the B Division. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere, we'll be back with the presentations.
එකම සීනයක් හඹා යන තරුණයන් දෙදෙනෙක් විඳින විඳවන ජීවිතවල ඇතුළාන්තය ප්‍රේමී සදාතනික බැඳීමෙන් ලංවන මනුෂ්‍යත්වයට එහා ගිය යූරෝ ඩොලර් තුන අතරමං වූ ජීවිත සුන්දර ඉතාලි සීනයක තනි කරන පාස්පෝර්ට් ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් ViU Mini ViU Hub හා ViU App තුලින් නරඹන්න.
அது எப்படி ஓன் ஜூரிஸ்டிக்ஷன்ல ஓன் விரோதக்காரங்க மட்டும் சாகுறாங்க.
உங்களுக்கும் இந்த கொலைக்கு சம்பந்தம் இருக்கா? நீங்க என்ன கதை வேணா எழுதிக்கோங்க. நடந்தது என்னன்னு நான் கண்டுபிடிக்கிற வரைக்கும்.
நான் யாரையும் கொலை பண்ணலன்னா கொலை பண்ண.
கைதிலே சிறந்த கைதி நான்.
For the first time on Sri Lankan TV, Dialog Television brings you Lionsgate Play.
Stay with me. Always.
You enjoying this?
We're gonna have a great time.
All right. Now available free of charge to all Dialog ViU Hub and ViU Mini postpaid customers. To access, simply go to the home screen on your Dialog ViU and go to Movies and select Lionsgate Play.
It's going to be the first boundary, and it's 6.
A new battle ignites in New Zealand as the Kiwis welcome the men from the Caribbean. West Indies tour of New Zealand. 5 T20Is. Watch live.
කතුරු මිතුරු
මොකටද දිව්වේ? පිටේ කුණු ඇතුළුවා කියලා.
දැන් ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් ViU Mini ViU Hub හා ViU App තුලින් ඔබේ සිනහවට වග කියනු නොලැබේ.
කමන්ඩර් ජෝන් සින කට්ටක.
They bowled really well here watching in Sri Lanka on ThePapare or Dialog TV.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare. ඔයාගේ කැමතිම ප්‍රෝග්‍රම්ස් මිස් කරගන්න නැතුව ViU Plus app එකෙන් කිසිදු මාසික ගාස්වක් නැතුව නිදහසේ බලන්න. ViU Plus app එක ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කර Dialog Television සම්බන්ධතාවය ඇඩ් කරන්න.
අනේ මාත්‍යෝ මේ මට ඔය ඩීල් වලින් නම් වැඩක් නැහැ. මට කරදරයක් නම් කරන්න එපා.
Experience the future with Dialog Television. Best of local and international content. Thousands of videos on demand. Seamless rewind.
effortless control on your mobile. Continue watching on the go. Your Dialog ViU experience is now upgraded. Dialog ViU Plus, tomorrow's entertainment today.
මේ තොත්ත බබා වෙන්න බා තේරුණාද?
මට බඩගිනි. එයා මාව අල්ලන්නයි එන්නේ. එයා මාව ගෙනියයි.
මං කවදාවත් හිතුවේ නෑ මන්දි බට මෙහෙම දෙයක් කරයි කියලා.
සූදානම් වන්න ශ්‍රී ලංකා කණ්ඩායමේ පාකිස්තානු සංචාරය 2025 දැන් ඔබ අභියස නොවැම්බර් 11 වෙනිදා සිට 15 වෙනිදා දක්වා එක් දින තරඟ 3ක උණුසුම අත්විඳ ගන්න. ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් නාලිකාංක 62 ThePapare 1 සහ නාලිකාංක 126 ThePapare 1 HD ඔස්සේ සජීවීව ThePapare සහ ඩයලොග් TV සමග එකතු වන්න. උද්‍යෝගය සජීවීව අත්විඳින්න.
ඔයාගේ කැමතිම ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම්ස් මිස් වුණාද? ඩයලොග් ViU Plus app එකෙන් රිවයින්ඩ් නැත්නම් කැච් අප් කරලා ඕනම වෙලාවක බලන්න. පැය දෙකක් දක්වා රිවයින්ඩ් කරන්නත්, දවස් 3ක් දක්වා ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම්ස් කැච් අප් කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. ඔයාගේ කැමතිම ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම්ස් මිස් කරගන්න නැතුව ViU Plus app එකෙන් කිසිදු මාසික ගාස්වක් නැතුව නිදහසේ බලන්න. ViU Plus app එක ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කර ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් සම්බන්ධතාවය ඇඩ් කරන්න. Dialog Television, Sri Lankaවේ අංක 1 ටෙලිවිෂන් රසාස්වාදය.
පිටිපන්දුවට ඉහළින් හර ස්ථානගත කිරීම. ThePapare on Dialog TV.
ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare.
It's going to be the first boundary, and it's 6.
A new battle ignites in New Zealand as the Kiwis welcome the men from the Caribbean. Can the Windies' firepower silence the Kiwi fortress?
That is magnificent.
Or will Santner's men rule the nights at home? West Indies tour of New Zealand, 5 T20Is. Watch live.
පාරේ යනකොට ඔය ටිකට අවධානයෙන් යන්න බලන්න. නැත්තම් පාරේ යන වාහනයක් ඕගොල්ලන් අරගෙන එයි. වෙත මහත්තයා.
මොකද?
මේ ධර්මපාල මන්ත්‍රීතුමා ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නවා එළියේ.
ලස්සනම ගැන කියන සුන්දර කවියට
ඉතින් සාක්කියක් එක්කම පොලිසියට අල්ලලා දුන්නා නම් හරිනේ මන්ත්‍රීතුමා.
මගේ පුතා මට කතා කරනවා වගේ වුණා මහත්තයා.
එයාගේ පුතා මැරිලානේ කල්ලා මහත්තයා. ඒ කොහමද? ඔය කාමරේම පිළිල තමයි මැරුණේ.
මට යන්නම් කියලා ඇත්තට යද්දී මට ගොඩක් බයසනම ගැන කියන සුන්දර කවියට ආසමම කීවතාලට නැම.
Get ready, cricket fans! The thrill of international cricket returns as Sri Lanka tours Pakistan for an exciting 3-match ODI series. Mark your calendars for November 11th, 13th and 15th at the iconic Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium. Watch every moment live on the Papare 1 and the Papare 1 HD. Exclusively available on Dialog Television, channel number 62 and 126. Tune in, cheer loud, and experience the excitement live with the Papare.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we have another round of applause for these two teams putting on an amazing show tonight? A low-scoring affair. but a lot of intense heat into this game. CDB finally coming out on top. But before we commence the presentation ceremony for these two teams, we have to give props to an amazing player who emerged, who helped their team to become champions in the F Division, and for the team TWC Innovations. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to the Ranil Ganewata Memorial Most Valuable Player of the Tournament, sponsored by Under Armour. Y by Barnes. To hand out the trophy, can we please ask Rimas Hassan, the Senior Vice President of the MSBA, accompanied by the Secretary, Dilka Siriman, to come up to the stage. To award the Ranil Ganewata Memorial Most Valuable Player of the Tournament, sponsored by Under Armour, Y by Barnes, F Division Men. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands up together for Senet Al-Hakon from Team TWC Innovations. Thank you, Senate. And now, to receive the runners-up medals, ladies and gentlemen, and their HNB faithful, please put your hands together for Team Hatton National Bank. Rashan Ruanga, Joel De Silva, Sakindu Vikramanayaka, Derifa Marasingha, Shannon Ranasingha, Bodhi Paranagama, Kanishka Viswanath, Masita Devpriya, Sandun Sudara, David Jayasekara, Chiran Artigala. And can we ask the coach Chetana Vikramasinghe to come up to the stage? And finally, to receive the Runners-Up Award, put your hands up together for the captain, Amila Ratnayaka. Can we ask the team to come up? Ladies and gentlemen, Team HNB, the runners-up of the B Division Men's League. And before we go any further, I would like to address our main sponsors, the official broadcasting and media partner, ThePapare, our official performance partner, Under Armour, Y by Barnes, official wellness partner, Ceylon Sports Therapy, and our sponsors, David Peary's Group and HNB Leasing. And now, moving on to the individual award. A couple of honorable mentions before we go on to announce the MVP. From Team HNB with 4 Player of the Game awards throughout the tournament. A round of applause for Sakindu Vikramanayaka. Honorable mention from Team CDB with 82 points and 2 Player of the Game awards, Dilshan Fernando. But the player who will receive the Ranil Ganevatta Memorial Most Valuable Player of the Tournament, sponsored by Under Armour, Vibaya Barnes, with 88 points and 2 Player of the Game awards. Ladies and gentlemen, your B Division Men's Most Valuable Player, Osanda Omayanga. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for Sando Mayanga. And before we go for the champions, just another reminder to all those who supported to help make this possible. Our official broadcasting and media partner, ThePapare. Our official performance partner, Under Armour, Vibaya Barnes. The official wellness partner, Ceylon Sports Therapy. And our sponsors, the David Pierce Group and HNB Leasing. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands up together for the B Division champions, Team CDB. Senate Chandrasena, Dilshan Fernando, Kevin Vivekshan, Sandaru Pereira, Kasun Tamil, Milan Chaturanga, Malshan Rumez, and the reigning MVP, Osando Mayanga. The team was coached by Anthony Roshan. Ladies and gentlemen, to receive ladies and gentlemen, the head coach, Mr. Anthony Roshan. And now, to receive the championship trophy for Team CDB, wearing number 15, the captain, Suraj Balasurya. Can we ask Team CDB to come to the stage? Ladies and gentlemen, give another round of applause for the B Division Men's Champions, Team CDB. And in the name of sportsmanship, can we ask Team HNB to come to the stage? Ladies and gentlemen,
So congratulations to Team CDB for winning the B Division Mercantile 33rd Basketball Championship 2025. So stay tuned with ThePapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, as we will bring you more exciting sporting action.
Stand by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
3, 2, 1, roll.
This is Sri Lankaවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග.
Welcome back to ThePapare.
Welcome to the live broadcast on ThePapare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
ThePapare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.